Welcome, Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Kingdom Media production, bringing you raw, authentic Chiefs coverage. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on your team. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
This is the Red Kingdom Media live POSTGAME show. Gee whiz, y'all. What a season it has been, and it just continues to roll here. As I'm officially going live, it is not a final score set in stone, but it seems almost inevitable. Nothing else is going to be added on unless Tennessee just wants to add on to the beating. I can update the final score when I conclude this episode. But this is the Week 16 edition of the Red Kingdom Media Live postgame show, where your Kansas City Chiefs fall to the Tennessee Titans 9-26. I'm not so confident that if Gardner Minshew plays this whole game, that score gets better. But almost tearing an ACL within the first drive of this game. Yeah, it's kind of writing on the wall here. I'm not saying I expected a lot more from this team, but I mean, this is the same team that was convinced they were going to beat, the Chargers or the Texans or a team like that before, and they are losing badly to after this game is over, a 3-win football team. And the Chiefs will pick up their 9th loss on the season. Chiefs may possibly, and with the Broncos, it seems like almost for sure thing. But against the Raiders, maybe. The Chiefs are set to have double-digit losses. That is a fall from grace if I have ever heard one. You have your third-string quarterback play this game. It feels like preseason the entire time, and just if you wanted to see the worst team in the NFL, apparently you just needed to watch the Kansas City Chiefs not have Patrick Mahomes or any semblance of an identity or offense. And that's what you have. So that is kind of unbelievable when you think about it. The state of Chiefs Kingdom as it stands right now. How fast you can kind of fall off that pedestal if you put yourself there and you don't work hard to get there every single year. And now you are in a losing situation, proclaiming that you're trying to win these games because you're playing a lot of the starters. Pacheco's out there, Chris Jones is out there. So it wasn't like you were completely trying to just poo-poo the season and tank the draft picks and all that, but geesh, things are dark here in Kansas City. It's a good thing that Patrick Mahomes, he already got his surgery done, so now rehab is already happening. And the fact that we're thinking about next year, at least we can start doing that without jumping too far ahead, because the season's done. This loss actually helps Kansas City in their draft choice, so I can't be upset by it. A regression season was bound to happen, was predicted to happen at some point, but the fall off has just been astronomical. I mean, this team, I think they've convinced themselves that they can overcome some stuff, but you're getting embarrassed by the Titans. You're going to make the Raiders look competitive in a couple weeks. Man, that is a new low within this regime. I mean, the worst we've done under Andy Reid is finished one game above 500. They can't even do that now. They can't have the same amount of wins as losses, or the same or more than. you're going to have more losses than wins. That's unheard of. None of us would have predicted. None of us did predict that. So to say this team has fallen off is a massive understatement. And, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Just kidding. I'm just here to fill the week, fill the season that was, the season that will be, and the season that ends very soon. But I can't name a single positive thing that comes out of this matchup against the Titans. And Titans always have our weird number, but the identity doesn't change, but their attitude against us stays the same. And we don't have Patrick Mahomes to save us in this game, and we saw what happened. Kind of incredible, really, that we can see the fall that we are. And I know I'm just going to sound like a broken record, because what am I really going to talk about this Week 16 game where Gardner Minshew's a starter and he doesn't even play more than one series? You have your practice squad quarterback, who arguably did not look terrible, and then you have his offensive line, which was already, pattered and mismatched. Just let him get murdered. And that's been every game this season. And we can blame players. You can blame coaching staff. You can blame on the scheming, on the play calling, whatever it is you want to put the blame on. But this Chiefs team has an identity issue, and they're just going to keep riding it out for the rest of the season. I know we were all kind of hoping, well, if we don't have Mahomes and we need to do something drastic, why don't we just, rip the book up and start over and do something fresh? That's just not what the Chiefs are going to do. They just have too much of their identity staked on one thing right now. And, you're just not going to make them change their mind. But I think it's going to ultimately come down to Clark Hunt. Clark Hunt is going to have to change some minds, and it's going to change with his pocketbook. And Beach is going to have to make some changes, and Andy Reid is going to have to start making some changes. Matt Nagy is set to be gone, so the people who want him gone can feel good about that. But for me personally, that's just not enough. And bringing back a Kafka or a Bieniemy, that's not going to do it. That's not going to fix this team. We're not going to become the 2018 juggernaut, 6 touchdown passes a game Chiefs. That era of the Chiefs are over with. And you thought you could have enough weapons to do that, and you find a weapon, but you can't recreate the same magic. You can't ask Xavier Worthy to be Tyreek Hill. You can't ask Travis Kelce to turn back the clock seven seasons so you can have another historic run with him. So it's time for some changes. It's time for some coaching changes. The front office and the organization knows more than me, so they're going to figure out who to keep and who to get rid of. But it's clear that this team has some issues that they need to address, and it goes beyond one game here, one game there. Try to fix this here. Like I said, I don't even know what to say. Like I'm here to fill a spot. I'm here to get it. A quick video just to kind of mark on the score sheet, mark off the season. This game took place. This was the result. Moving on to the next one. And that's kind of how the rest of the season is going to go. So I know y'all don't have a lot to discuss with me. If you're not here live watching me, if you leave comments, if it's Chiefs suck, thumbs it up, because I agree. Well, what else? What can you say? But I'm loyal enough that I'm still here, regardless of everything, regardless of how this game went. I'll still be there on Christmas. The vlog will be out for that game, and I'll still be post game against the Raiders and whatever outcome that is. So, I wanted to accept a defeat in this game, and it still kind of hurts to think that, without Patrick Mahomes, this team is a bottom feeder in the NFL. It made sense, and with Patrick Mahomes, the results were kind of as such. But with him officially not on the field, you got to see the results, what this Chiefs team looks like without it. With some talent. There's still some talented pieces around. There were still some plays that were made, but I mean, not enough to overcome what you did to yourself or what you let the other team do to you. And that might be the result for the next 2 games as well, as we limp into the off season and kind of figure out what our plan is for there. And we're all just kind of waiting for the off season now. It's crazy to think about this Chiefs Red Kingdom and how we are with Patrick Mahomes, that we have to look forward to an off season, and we'll have plenty of think pieces about what happened, what here, who should they change, get rid of, whatever. But like this team is just kind of stuck, and until they finish 2025 into the beginning of 2026, that's just kind of be the motto. Just keep marching forward, even though it's into a brick wall. Guys, I got nothing else to say. I wanted to make this last 15 minutes. I can't even stretch it that long. I am zoned out. I am done, as the Chiefs are done. And the Chiefs are done in Week 16 as they fall to the Tennessee Titans, score of 9-26. This has been the Red Kingdom Media Live Post-Game Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media. And that's about it. We'll have the blog come out after the Christmas Day game. We'll have our post games, and then we'll bleed into the off season. We'll have our Gridiron Gamut series come back, see about some Substack article series based on team building, and we'll be able to kind of look at the 2025 season now when it is complete, and focus on the future and say how this year needs to be a building and learning process for next year. And that is all the time I have for you today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your week. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, or whatever you celebrate. And as always, go.
Thanks for checking out this update straight from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. We appreciate your passion, so please leave a like and follow us wherever you tune in from. See you next tailgate, your trusted source for all things Chiefs. Red Kingdom Media.